Today we are going to cover Introduction to Database Management System. See, in this video we are going to cover different points regarding introduction to database systems. In that, what is database management system, which are the drawbacks of file system, need of DBMS, view of data, instances and schemas, and database applications. Okay. Now, first, what is mean by database management system? DBMS is a collection of integrated data and set of programs to access the data. It means DBMS, it is a collection of integrated data. It means first we collect data and we require set of programs to access the data. DBMS itself is a software package. In that we are having some programs, by using that programs we are going to access data. Access means what? We are going to insert data, we are going to update data, we are going to delete data. See, the data will be managed by using a software package DBMS. DBMS software is an interface between the end user and the database, manages the data, the database engine and database schema. DBMS manage incoming data, organize it and give different ways to modify data. DBMS manage all primary aspects of database, including managing data, including managing data manipulation, in that user authentication, inserting or extracting data. There are a lot many examples of DBMS. It is a software package. For example, MySQL, Oracle, Microsoft Access, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, DBase, Clipper, MongoDB, etc. These are the examples of DBMS. See, before DBMS, we were using file system. Before DBMS, we were using file system, and people who were using file systems, they face some drawbacks, and lot many drawbacks of file system have been overcome in DBMS. First, let us see which are the drawbacks of file system. The first drawback is data redundancy and inconsistency. See, in file system, there are multiple file formats. Then we are going to save lot many duplicate files, and we are going to create duplicate files, and there are lot many formats. So it will lead towards inconsistent data. So data redundancy and data inconsistency is one of the drawback of file system that can be overcome in DBMS. In file system, see, it was very difficult to access data. Why it was difficult? Because every time we need to write a new program to carry out each new task. Then data isolation, multiple files and formats, integrity problems are there, integrity constraints are there. See, hard to add new constraints or change existing ones. It means easily we cannot add the new constraints and we cannot change the existing one. And every time we have to write a new program to carry out each new task. These are the drawbacks of file systems. Then atomicity of updates. Atomicity will not be maintained in database when we use file system. See, it means failures may leave database in an inconsistent state with partial updates. If we do some partial updates, then it will lead towards the failure of what we can say if we are going to transfer the funds from account A to account B. Either the entire transaction should complete or not happen at all. That is atomicity. And it is very difficult to maintain atomicity in partial updates in file system. That's why we require database. Then concurrent access by multiple users. See, when the multiple users they are going to access the data, in that case, uncontrolled concurrent access can lead to inconsistencies in file systems. Then there are major security problems in file systems, and all these problems can be overcome in database systems. Let us move towards the new point, need of DBMS. Just we have covered the drawbacks of file systems. That drawbacks will be overcome by using DBMS, and it was the need to use DBMS in case of file system. Now let us see, why do we require DBMS? The first is atomicity of updates maintained. Just I told, if we are going to transfer the funds from account A to account B, then in that case the entire transaction should complete. There should not be any partial updates. It will lead towards inconsistency, and atomicity of updates will be maintained in DBMS, in database systems. Then controlled concurrent access by multiple users. If multiple users, they are going to access the same data, and in that case the controlled concurrent access will be maintained. Then provide high level security. Now each and every organization database requires security, and database systems, they are going to provide the high level security. To maintain data consistency and integrity, we require DBMS. There will not be multiple file formats. It will not lead towards there will not be multiple file formats. So we are going to maintain the data integrity and consistency. Then by using DBMS, we are going to remove the duplicate data. The data redundancy problems will be overcome by using DBMS. Then permanent storage of data, and by using database systems, we are going to save the storage space and cost. Then let us move towards the new point, view of data. Just I have covered what is DBMS. It is a database management system. It is collection of integrated data and set of programs to access data. It is software package that is used to manage data. It means by using database system software package, we are going to insert data, we are going to update data, we are going to delete data, we are going to modify data, we are going to manage data. Okay. Then we compared the file system with DBMS database system. We saw the drawbacks of file system and how these drawbacks of file system can be overcome in database systems. Now let us move towards view of data. See, in this diagram you can see there are three levels of view. One is a physical level, second is a logical level, and third is view level. See, physical level describes how record is stored. Physical level describes how record is stored. Logical level describes data stored in database and the relationship among the data. Most important, logical level describes the data stored in database and the relationships among the data. And the view level, application programs hide details of data types. Views can also hide information such as an employee's salary for security purposes. See, in view level, application programs hide details of data types. Views can also hide information such as an employee's salary for security purpose. See, it is required to hide some information, and that information can be hidden by using view level. Now let us move towards the most important point, the schema and instance. Say, before creation of database design, first we think about the schema. First we create and design schema. Now what do I mean by schema? It is the logical structure of the database. Schema is the logical structure of the database. For example, the database consists of information about a set of customers and accounts and relationship between them. See, if we consider the bank database. In that we deal with customer, we deal with its account number, we deal with different departments like loan, we deal with uh, uh, see in bank database we are having different departments like account opening department, loan department, and cash department. And here the database consists of information about set of customers and accounts and the relationship between them. It means which customer is having loan account, which customer is having only saving account, which customer is having current account, different number of loans, the account balance, etc., etc. It means we are going to deal with relationship between them. That is one of the example of schema. Then there are two types of schema. One is physical schema and second is logical schema. Physical schema, database design at the physical level. Database design at the physical level is physical schema, and database design at the logical level is logical schema. Then we have to deal with the instance. While designing database instance, it is the actual content of the database at a particular point in time. It is the actual content of the database at a particular point in time. It is instance. Then physical data independence is one point, that is the ability to modify the physical schema without changing the logical schema. The ability to modify the physical schema without changing logical schema, it is the physical data independence. Then there are different database applications. Nowadays, in each and every organization, in each and every field, database is used. For example, let us take example of banking. In banking, the entire data of the customers will be managed by database systems by DBMS. All transactions, different accounts, customers, different types of accounts, daily transactions, real-time data will be managed by database applications. Then ARR systems, schedules. See, we deal with the real-time data. We can do the online reservations of airlines. We can cancel the reservation, and that immediate updates, real-time updates will happen, and accordingly, the seats will be made available to the people who are waiting for the reservation, and that can be done by using database systems. Then universities. Nowadays, universities they are using database systems to manage the all data of the students, their registration, their exam details, their personal details, everything will be stored and managed by using database systems. Then for sales, customer, product purchase, we use database systems. For online retailers, order tracking, customized recommendations, we use database applications. Then in manufacturing, production, inventory, order, supply chain, see all these functions we can smoothly manage by using database applications. Human resources, employee records, salaries, tax deductions, for all purposes we use database systems. Nowadays, database systems, DBMS, is used for each and every field, each and every category, each and every organization. This is about the first part of the introduction, DBMS.